Hey, I'm Kanisha. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm talking about Warrior Nun Season 1, Episode 6. This episode, I really struggled to gather my thoughts and get them organized. So what I do is I like to watch the episode, take some preliminary notes, then I'll rewatch the episode with some subtitles on, and then take like more detailed notes about my thoughts and feelings and all that kind of stuff. And something about this episode made me realize that it made me realize a few things about this show. And the most excited I was, after watching an episode, and it made me eager to watch another one like that, was episode 1. And since then I haven't felt as enthusiastic about watching the next episode. And this episode also made me realize that I think I've misjudged what kind of show this is, because I have been expecting something to happen and it hasn't happened yet, and I'm surprised that it's taking this long to reach that point. There's two things, but to me, like in my mind, they're actually one thing and they're tied together. One of the things that has been missing from the show that I've recognized is that Ava still doesn't have a reason to go down the path she's been chosen for. And it's surprising to me because we're 6 episodes in. There's only 10 episodes in this season, so we're past the halfway mark. And to me, Ava joining the OCS is just inevitable. Like, there's not gonna be like a Game of Thrones level twist where suddenly Ava's not actually the main character. Like, that's not gonna happen. And I just don't, I'm not sure why we're taking 6+ episodes to get there. And I mean, that leads to me thinking like I don't really know what kind of show this is. Like, taking this long to wait for Ava to join the OCS, it makes me kind of restless because I know it's coming. I could be wrong, but I really don't think I am. Like, it's something that's going to happen, and I'm having trouble realizing like why we're taking so much time. There's been a lot of stuff that has been happening in the show, and there are a lot of elements to the show that are actually very intriguing. There's a lot of people that need Ava, for their own personal reasons. Like, Cardinal Duretti wants Ava to take the halo and give it to someone who, he wants. Mary and Father Vincent want Ava to help investigate what happened to Shannon. Dr. Jillian wants Ava, I guess, to do experiments on, or something like that. So there's all these people that need Ava, but Ava doesn't need them. And I'm still waiting for the moment where she wants to be involved. I thought that, I think in episode 3, I speculated that maybe a reason that could give Ava the like motivation to really jump in and be with the OCS was that something might happen to JC and his friends. Like, I think I said that like Ava had run away from Father Vincent in his training, I think at the end of episode 3, and I thought that her going back to JC and his friends would put them in danger because the Tarrasque and the demons would be out looking for her and she wouldn't know how to fight them, so something bad would happen to JC and his friends. Maybe they are severely injured, maybe they're fatally wounded, and then she would be maybe a little guilty, maybe like it would give her a reason to want to learn how to control her powers, and it would give her a reason to not want something like that to happen to anyone else. But I mean, of course, I was dead wrong about all of that. That's fine. But yeah, I just thought, I was expecting her to have some kind of motivation by now, and it's kind of weird to me that we haven't gotten it yet. And I think part of the reason that I haven't been as engaged since episode 1 is also probably because Ava hasn't been engaged. Like, she's been like run away from the OCS ever since she got the halo. So I also don't feel a reason to really be on the OCS's side, I guess. And another thing that I've noticed hasn't happened in the show yet is that there isn't any urgency for Ava to join the OCS. It seems to me like the church has been fighting these demons in Tarrasque for centuries, and presumably they will be fighting these demons like into the future for more centuries. So I'm still trying to figure out what makes fighting demons now, like what makes it more important than any time previously. And I think the answer to that should be Ava, but she's not being treated like she is. Like, something about Ava, I feel like it should speed along some kind of like some urge. Like, I thought I had my thoughts organized, but I guess I don't really. But I just feel like there's this element to the story missing, and it's not any like kind of deadline. There's no like, it seems like the OCS is doing pretty fine without Ava's help. So like, what's the point? Like, why should she actually join if they're okay without her? Like, maybe it's a bluff, but Mary was talking on the phone, and in this episode she was having a few conversations with Ava about how the OCS is everywhere. Like, they don't just help people when it's convenient or when it, there's danger in a beach city. There was no one available to like pick her up immediately. So like, the sister warriors, it sounds like, are out doing missions, and it seems like they're getting by. So I know Ava is special, but we still haven't seen what makes her special. And like I said before, like, what makes now an important time for fighting demons? I think it should be Ava, but I'm not really getting that sense from what's happened in the show so far. There, like, again with this episode, Mary, you know, spends a few days with Ava, fighting and sort of bonding. And at the end, she just leaves Ava to give her time to figure out what she wants to do. And that's no urgency. There's no dire situation to like propel Ava into making a decision sooner rather than later. And I thought this was gonna be a show that was like Ava, like so we see that Ava gets resurrected. Obviously she's special. She doesn't want to join the OCS. She's not religious or anything like that, and they're like, I feel like something would have convinced her already that she is needed in the OCS to like help people, to save the world, to like stop an apocalypse or something. But I haven't gotten that impression from the show. I haven't felt like there's some kind of world altering disaster that's coming, and like Sister Shannon was supposedly going to lead the charge to prevent it, but you know, something happened to her and Lilith is next in line. So I just thought that there would be some overarching major conflict that would help like move things forward. But this episode, like, it really made it apparent to me that we're not doing that. And that also makes me think that I got the wrong idea about what the show was. I mean, there's still time, so that could change, and maybe there is gonna be some big reveal, but I'm just having a bit of a hard time, because at the end of episode 1, I thought I was gonna get a certain vibe from the show, or I thought I was gonna go in one direction, and we might still be going in that direction, but the pacing has been very slow. And I think part of the problem is that maybe I watch too much TV, and there are certain things that I expect to see, and we haven't gotten it yet. So I just think that if we had a motivation for Ava and some kind of deadline or something, like something is coming on the horizon that makes having Ava join the OCS be really important for right now, I think that would add to my enjoyment of watching the show, and there would just be more tension in the show. Right now and with this episode specifically, it's been real smooth and steady. Like crazy stuff has happened in previous episodes, but this episode was really slowed down. And I kind of expect that it's episode 6 out of a 10 episode season. I thought we'd be picking up the pace a little more. I thought we'd be like moving towards something, but it doesn't feel like we're there just yet. And like I want to get to that moment, and I hope it's coming, but maybe I'm just gonna have to recalibrate and like slow myself down when I watch the show. So far, I think that the show's explanation for explaining why the OCS needs Ava it's not even really, like, I don't actually, maybe the OCS hasn't really explained why they need Ava. Like, just thinking back on the previous episodes, like, they don't really need her, they need the halo. And no one is really, oh, well, except for Father Vincent. I gotta give him credit, that's my guy. I really appreciate his role and his faith in Ava so far. But he's the only one that seems to care about Ava. Everyone else, I think they just want the halo. And they want it in someone that is worth it. Like even Mother S, like, didn't think that Ava deserved to have the halos. So I don't think the show's really explained why the OCS needs Ava. And I wish we had something. And that goes back to the, like, there's nothing to go towards. There's just, we're kind of milling about with the series. Like, things are unfolding, but not at, like, a serious pace, or not like it matters. Right now, nothing really matters, but Ava should matter. Like, so far, I feel like the show's explanation for needing Ava to join the OCS really is just like, we need you to fight demons. But that's kind of been debunked already, because the Sister Warriors are just fine. And even saying, like, even telling Ava, we need you to fight demons, like, it's not as dire and extreme as saying something like, we need you to save the world, or we need you to save humanity. Like, if the demons were planning some kind of invasion or a takeover, like, maybe they're attacking people because they want to send more people to hell. Maybe the demons are attacking because, like, they want to possess people and, like, live on Earth. I just hope that we get something soon that raises the stakes and reveals, like, what the true high stakes of Ava not being with the OCS is. And once we finally get, you know, that reason, that motivation, I think the story can finally get rolling. It just kind of feels like we're moving at a meandering pace, and like this episode made that so apparent to me. Like, the pacing, like, it is what it is right now, and there's still some time to, like, kick things into, like, hyper speed. But like, it's 6 episodes out of 10. Like, that's a really long time to wait to have something to build towards. To, like, we haven't even started building. It's like we don't have, like, the first brick, you know, towards something juicy happening. And I don't want to give the impression that I don't like the show. Like I said before, there are intriguing things happening right now, and, like, I don't hate the show. I just feel like I could be more interested, more excited about what's to come if those two things are present. The Ava needing reason to join the OCS and like some kind of deadline for her to join the OCS. Like, if those two things were present by now in episode 6, I think I would be way more enthusiastic about what's to come. But yeah. Okay, so yeah, I got that out of the way finally. Like, I had a really hard time trying to figure out what I was feeling when I watched this episode, and I think I managed to do a decent job, so that's over with. Okay. Alright, now let's actually talk about this episode. I did actually enjoy this episode, despite everything I've said so far. This was a pretty cool episode to just see just Mary and Ava. And I did really enjoy their time, like, bonding. Like, they did fight a lot, but we got to bonding eventually. And, you know, they got to learn about each other. We heard some about Mary's backstory. And I really enjoyed the, like, levity. I think this might be the first time that I laughed at something in the show, but Mary kicking Ava off the cliff was the best thing that happened. Well, maybe not the best. It's the funniest thing for sure. And I really enjoyed that moment. And especially after last episode, what happened with Lilith, that's very somber. So that moment, I think, was well placed and needed. So I appreciate it. And I watched several times. We also see that Mary and Ava have a little conversation about Lilith. I'm not ready to write her off of the show. Like, I still think she could come back. And Mary and Ava didn't know where she went, but it seemed clear to me. And especially if she had some kind of involvement in what happened with Shannon, I think she's definitely in hell. And it would be pretty crazy to see if she could come back. I don't know if she would be like a demon again, or not again, but could she come back as a demon? I have no idea, but I'm not ready to, like, let her go, really. I just think that she could show up again, and that would be wild. So I'm looking forward to it if it happens. So we also see that Mary suspects Cardinal Duretti of, like, not being trustworthy. Like, of course I'm not surprised, but like last episode, I tried to give him a chance. I tried to be open to getting some new information that he's actually being good and is a good guy, but it's just with every passing episode, he just does something shadier and shadier. And like, I want him to be good. I do. I just know that he isn't, and I'm having a hard time with him. I don't know how it could be worse. Like, I don't know where this is gonna end up. Like, it looks like he's gunning to be the Pope. Is he poisoning the Pope too? Like, I mean, Ava said that the Pope is old, so maybe it's just his time, but, like, I wouldn't put it past him if he did something to Shannon. Like, why wouldn't he? do something to the Pope to make his time come to an end sooner than what would be natural. Yeah, I'm getting sick of this guy. And like, I really don't know what could be next for him. I kind of, like, I thought about this earlier when Cardinal Duretti was, like, taking over for Father Vincent and not really usurping him, but stealing his job. I thought maybe Father Vincent could lead, like, not a rebellion, I don't think that's the right word, but some kind of secret group within the OCS that would be undermining Cardinal Duretti's directives and maybe like trying to continue on with the original mission of the OCS instead of doing whatever Cardinal Duretti wants them to do. So I thought maybe Father Vincent could get involved in that, along with the sister warriors that we've met before, Beatrice, Camilla, maybe a few more. So like, I mean, that's just an idea I'm throwing out there, but like, I don't know what's gonna happen with him, and I don't know if he's going to succeed and there's gonna be like a break in the OCS, or if he's gonna be stopped in his tracks. So like I said before, things are intriguing in the show. There are very intriguing things happening, but like, I don't know where it's gonna go. I don't know what the show's gonna do. I thought I knew what was gonna happen, but I have no idea. So it would be cool to see Father Vincent lead some kind of insurgent, I don't know if that's the right word, but some kind of other hidden team within the OCS. I mean, that could be fun. But yeah, the Cardinal, somehow he's got to go. Don't know how, don't know when, but I hope it happens. And then at the end, we finally see Ava ask for training. The situations in which it occurred sucked real bad, but we got it still. So that's like, we do see that Ava wants to help. We do see different instances of her wanting to be helpful. Like, she helped Diego. She tried to help that lady that was in the alley, and that guy was following her. In this episode, she helps Mary with her leg. So Ava's not really against, she's not against the OCS. She's not against helping people who are in need. It's just she really doesn't have a reason to like be committed. And like, her asking for training in this episode, I think like it's a step in the right direction for her, and it's a step towards understanding herself and understanding what she wants. And like, I'm glad we got something like more concrete, and I just hope that there's more of it. So I hope we get, you know, answers to that soon. I hope we get to see Ava moving in the right direction and like feeling comfortable being with the OCS. I think that's kind of all I have about this episode for right now. Like, making this video felt like I thought this video was gonna be a whole mess, after I was having all these thoughts about why I wasn't feeling great about the show, and it just really took me a long time to like gather myself and think about how I wanted to present what I was feeling and thinking to you. Like, this is the longest that it's taken me to really figure out what I wanted to say. And I hope I did a decent job, like, explaining myself. So, I hope that made sense. I hope you understood where I was coming from. But yeah, that's kind of all I have about this episode. And I do want to get to the episode title. I do really enjoy doing this part, like looking at the episode title and seeing how it fits with what happened in the episode. So this episode was called Isaiah 30, 20 and 21. And it says, or the passage reads, "Though the Lord may give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet your teacher will not hide himself anymore. But your eyes shall see your teacher. And when you turn to the right, or when you turn to the left, your ears shall hear a word behind you saying, 'This is the way, walk in it.'" And to me, I think that's pretty clear. But to me, it means even though the Lord has put hardships and obstacles in your life, He will be there for you and lead you down the right path. And I hope that is finally a signal that we're finally going to get some answers. We're finally going to like figure out what Ava's purpose is. So far, I think there's been a lot of setup to things that are upcoming, to things that will be sort of revealed in future episodes. Right now, we haven't gotten a lot of answers to like what's going on with Ava, why she was resurrected. So I hope that this episode and this title means that we're finally going to like kick off the real story. Feels kind of harsh to say, but like I hope the story really kicks up a notch and the tension and the stakes are finally like made clear. So yeah, so I just hope that this okay, now that the boombox is gone, what was I saying? Yeah, I was talking about the episode title. So yeah, I hope this is a signal that we will finally kick off the story and learn what Ava's purpose is going to be and how she is going to help the OCS. Maybe we'll finally learn some of her origins and her family history. I do think she's an angel. Don't know how that works out, but maybe we'll learn about her, like some ancestor that is an angel or something. I don't know. But yeah, I hope we get some I hope the answers start to come in like in a flurry. So yeah. For next episode, I'm excited to see whether Ava is going to stay in the town, like Mary said. Ava is prone to running away. We've seen it multiple times. Ran away from the orphanage for good reason. When she was training with Lilith in that room, ran away. When Father Vincent was teaching her about the history of the OCS and about the first warrior nun, Arella. I hope I got that right. She ran away. So, I mean, she was gonna run away from JC and his crew, but they kind of kicked her out, so maybe that doesn't count. But yeah, she's run a few times, so is she actually gonna stay? Like, staying would be like a momentous achievement, considering everything she's gone through. Like, she's when Mary told the woman that Ava was gonna stay and check things out, Ava seemed very reluctant to that idea. So the odds of her running still feel 50-50. I still think it could go either way, but for Ava to get to the point where she is fully invested in the OCS and invested in the OCS's cause, I think she should stay. I expect her to stay, but I've been wrong about many things before. So yeah, I'll just have to wait and see. So I think I gotta start wrapping this up. What did you think about this episode? Please tell me in the comments below. Did you have a hard time getting involved into the show, or did you love the show like immediately? I mean, I told you what I've thought so far, so let me know what you think about the show and your enjoyment of it. So yeah, what did you think about this episode? What did you think about the start to the show? Please leave it in the comments. I'm very interested to see what you have to say. So I think that's gonna do it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed this video. Before you go, I want to let you know that you don't have to wait a week to hear my thoughts on the next episode. You can click the link in the description and get access to watch my next video right now. I'm sure future me has great thoughts about the next episode, probably insightful and very witty. So don't wait. Click the link below to watch it now. I'll see you there.